keeps this arm plugged in and prevents it from actually moving up is your body's ability to face your hands at the top of your swing. So it's always been a drill where people can get this full turn and then they just get their arms right in front of their body and push it straight out.
Would I do the head cover thing with driver too?
Absolutely. Woo! Like, see how it works itself in, but your hands should be going up that path right there. Okay. See how they start working up over your shoulder?
Yeah.
All that is keeping your right elbow plugged in with something right there. The glove underneath the right arm feeling. And then you'd be even better off. Because, you know what's funny? All it proves, you see it as steep. I see it as a little bit of a lift isolated from the turn. Yeah, so this would be what's controlling the arms relative to the body. And then cup that left wrist.
Saying, was it going this way, like inside and then up?
Yes.
Should it be
straight back.
Are we doing more this
more
too?
Straight back, down the line of your feet, and then up the escalator. Hands are straight back. See that? And then they kind of move more under the shoulder rather than over it. See that?
Okay.
Just more.
But even more so.
Even more so. And you just want to have when you're doing this, it's the feeling here. What keeps this arm plugged in and prevents it from actually moving up is your body's ability to face your hands at the top of your swing. Like you get a little more of the fight it, rather than the open up the turn and truly face it.
So left shoulder back more too, deeper.
Or right shoulder just more behind your head at that point, right?
Okay.
What about you just practicing a feeling like this? You're just fully turned and facing your hands like that. You see that? The upper body? Just practicing that motion right there. And then it's from there, it's all together.
Okay.
Hey Mason, those are great. Do you notice how on the very first one, the head cover fell out?
Yeah.
And on all the other ones, you're just tossing it after impact like you should? Okay, here's why. That first one, just like I mentioned, this stopped right here. And then it just kind of got that pinch look.
Yeah.
And then the head cover fell. When watch, we need to be there, right? So see, this is the common thing I see a lot of people do, like that, when they need to be there. So for you, it's always been letting this go a little bit, these two right here. Doesn't hurt your back, right? It just kind of helps you But I love the feeling for you of halfway back, you're just feeling your arms and hands directly out in front of your chest. So it's always been a drill where people can get this full turn and then they just get their arms right in front of their body and push it straight out. That's the look right there. And from your guys' perspective, ready? It's like if I just turn and face my chest, I didn't have to turn my chest at all when I just turned. And look, I'm right there. Back in front of me. Nice job, dude. And hey, for our viewer, this is a cool one right here. If you ever want to feel what it's like to have true connection and rotation and the ability just to rotate to square the face, here's what it is. The two of them put together, right? Get to that spot right here and just rotate through. It's amazing how, like, you know, every time you do that, ball just goes right where you're aiming. That's a good one to do though for you. Like when you're warming up, just to get the body working. Get in there like this. Just get to that point to where you feel like your chest is fully facing your hands. Stop. Rotate right through. Yeah, and if that goes down the line just like that, with perfect contact, you know, hey, I put that club in the right spot.
Yeah.
And I stayed together on the way through.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
I always know, like, when I'm getting steep, I'll start hitting kind of those, like, a little bit heavy off the toe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why he would hit it heavy off the toe if it's steep. Think about it like this. Here's the ball right here, right? If it's coming in steep, the path rim is going to get a little left. It's going to get outside the ball, and at the point of the ball, it's going to start working across it. So it's down to the ground and catching the toe. That's why he was mentioning that. Heavy off the toe. When the club's on plane, you guys, watch this. At the ball, I keep turning. Look how the club releases at the ball. Center face contact. Watch this. Can be coming down all right. Body stalls. Club throws. Uh-oh. There's the shank. Cool. You want to take us some longer clubs?
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, I might just need to go on the course.
Yeah. Makes sense so much better. And you got to understand, buddy, like every time you've sent me a video this year, it's never been like short and across the line.
Yeah.
It's always a little lifty and laid off.
Yeah.
So my whole point to you is, how do you stop the layoff? You stop the layoff by this. Once you're here, not letting the body stop and the club keep going this way, but actually just continuing to turn the chest, that gets it right down the line.
Yeah.
And that's for you.
Well, I remember we talked about something last time that wasn't on video, like the consistent setup. And I think this is like helped.
Big, right?
Like doing that, but I'm still not, I don't think I'm standing the same distance away from the ball. Like I'll do this and I'll maybe be a little bit farther, or I'll do this and I'll like scoot in.
What I was trying, he was on the road and he was asking about distance from the golf ball, and I fired back a video to him about plugging in, right? This elbow right here. You know, you're not going to the dead midpoint front of your body. You're not going to the side where the seam on your shirt is. You're going right to that side right here. Now from here, what's great is I tilt down, I leave that elbow connected. And of course, you know, that's going to help me with my distance from the golf ball, but and it's going to relax a little bit. But I think the key is just not like locking it like away from your body and then tilting. Actually put it to your body. Get in there. Find the balls of your feet. And believe it or not, that's pretty much right where you need to be. Irons always fall underneath the shoulders.
Yep.
Hands and arms always fall underneath the nose and mouth with the longer clubs, a driver. It's pretty nice there, huh?
Yeah.
If you don't bump your hips correctly, like if you just like slide them to the side, or you do what most people do where they open them up slightly like this, rather than keeping them in the right position, the right hip bump every single time, helps promote a better turn.
Yeah. My brother watches like all your videos, and he does like this thing instead of like, I've been trying to help him with just, it's just like that, this instead of, I feel like when most people, like I tell like hip bump, like the misconception is like turn, like kind of
some people do
everything.
that too. And here's the thing, I would tell you, at least if you do that, you're promoting your turn and not negating it.
Yeah.
Whereas the person who opens up their hips or slides their hip forward actually feels like it restricts their turn. And if you're bumping and feeling like the hips are restricted and your body's ability to turn is cut short, you immediately know you did not set the pelvis the right way. The whole point of understanding this is when I lock this in the right way, it puts me in a position to get my right pocket deeper and further behind me, and it allows my upper body to make a bigger turn. You know, so it's really important to understand, like this is either a lock to your golf swing or a release to it. I mean, it's like the key right here. If you have a lock here, here's what I mean by lock. This thing goes that way, which I see so often. It just kills the body's ability to turn, crushes the lower back. You know that?
Yeah.
Push that forward and get that set in the right spot. Watch from the down the line view. Boom. That right there opens up that ability to turn right on the inside of my foot there. Okay, and that right there makes a huge difference, and I don't feel that in my back at all. And as I talk about, if the right knee stays flexed and the pocket turns, well, the cool thing about that is my lower body, I really load into it if that knee stays flexed. A lot of ground pressure. The next part of it is this. If the knee stays flexed, I can actually turn my right pocket as far as I want behind me, and I never over-rotate. That's how I feel. Like I can take as big of a turn as I possibly can, and it's important to understand. If you never want to overswing with your arms at the top, your right elbow is really a big key. The trail arm. The trail arm stays in the right spot. That prevents the arms running off at the top. The trail pocket, trail hip, that promotes right there your inability to ever cut your turn short, and that promotes right there your ability to turn as much as you want without over-rotating. So what's cool about it is the trail knee and the trail elbow, unbelievable for being just two joints. Like this guy stays solid, can turn as much as I want, never over-rotate. Trail arm stays in the right spot, can turn as much as I want, never overswing. So it's like kind of locking those little key fundamentals in.
Yeah.
I like telling you that stuff because I know you just like the golf knowledge. I know you do. Yeah, you always like, and the funny thing is you've never bumped it too much in a lesson, ever. And
true.
the funny thing is also you always stripe it when I tell you to bump it.
There has to be something like genetically that's just like.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
There's no way it's that hard every single time.
I look at the way your legs are, like the way they even are shaped. This one just always looks like it has a hard time really just getting over and creating that post. You know.
Well, I always like lean on this leg when I'm like golfing. I should start leaning on this leg.
Lean on the left, dude. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I do the same thing. Yeah. I always am like this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start just like, you gotta like kick it into this way.
Yeah.
Your swing looks awesome, bud.
Would I do the head cover thing with driver too?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I could do that.
Well, here's the point. Just the effort of keeping it in to some degree is going to prevent your arms running off at the top. And even if it does have a little slip out at the top, no biggie.
Yeah. Well, did you see that video I posted on my Instagram, like of the Good Good event?
Yeah.
That second clip was, it's like a 500. It was like a 540-yard par 5, and I had like 150 in.
God.
And
dude.
made solo eagle. I was like, I freaking smoked that drive. I was in driver really well that day.
Yep. It's pretty darn nice, buddy.
Yeah. Do you want me to hit any more? Or I'm gonna try and hit one driver with the head cover and see how close.
See if we can do it.
See how close. I doubt I'd be even able to take it halfway back.
Yeah, try it. Woo! Yeah, whatever, man. Still good.
Start hitting baby draws.
Just perfect right there. Because you were so connected. You
Maybe the first draw I've hit in like 3 years.
Yeah. Good job today, buddy. Thanks. Proud of you, man. You look great. So connected right there. At Porzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.